Hi YouTube Naturals. I'm coming on to do a review of a keratin therapy treatment that I tried. And as you can see, my hair has been straightened. Here it is. I have to say I'm happy with these results, but there's a story behind how I got to it. So let's just start with this Everstraight Brazilian Keratin Therapy 30-day smoothing treatment from Organics. I saw this in the drugstore and I said, ooh, I'm gonna have to buy this and try it. One day I might want to straighten my hair, and generally I will straighten my hair when I want a serious trim. And I say serious as in it's like, you know, spring, summer. And I usually like to do something different with my hair. Not drastic, just different. Well, I had the mullet look going on where I had just in the back, just the piece of hair that was coming down my, actually I measured it and it was to my collarbone. And so I just got the back clipped, and you can see I cut quite a bit because it doesn't even reach to my collarbone anymore. But now my hair is all even, so I've got the bob look, and I've got bangs that are as long as my hair, which makes me happy. I love that. So now my hair can grow one length. When I do my twists and my twist outs, it'll all be one length. And so I think that now it'll grow nicely, and I don't have to worry about any of the mullet look in the back. Live in the country, but I'd like to not look like it. Either way, so I said, oh, this might be a good time to try this keratin therapy treatment, and took it out, and I'll just give you a brief kind of, this is what I had to do. I had to wash my hair with the pre-shampoo packet that came in it. It's included, and of course the packet is about this big, and so I take the packet out, and I'm like, yeah, that's not going to wash all my hair. But it actually did, and I had a little bit left over, so I said, oh, I can save this for the next time I do this treatment. I just have to say there won't be a next time, so just prepare yourselves, because no. But anyway, what I did was the night before, I decided to do a really deep conditioner, because whenever I have to straighten my hair, I'm always afraid that I'm going to straighten it, and then it won't revert back, and then, I have to cut all my hair off and start over. But I decided to do a very deep conditioner, and I'm sorry, I'm trying to remember what exactly I used. It was a mixture of, that's what it is, Greek yogurt, apple cider vinegar, and some coconut oil. And that was my deep conditioner treatment. And I sectioned my hair, as I always do, you've seen in my previous videos, and I put the deep conditioner in it, put plaits all around, or braids, and covered it with a plastic cap, and then my satin cap, and went to sleep. And so went to bed. Then the next day I kind of went through half of the day with my hair covered, went outside in the garden, ran some errands and stuff like that with the deep conditioner still in my hair. And when I was ready to actually sit down to do this treatment, I washed it out. So then it was already in sections. Then I shampooed it with the packet. So there's the preface to the whole thing. You're not supposed to condition your hair after you shampoo it, and because it says the conditioner will keep the treatment from penetrating the hair cuticle. Towel dry and comb hair. Because I had already detangled it, I just towel dried it, and I wasn't going to take it out of the plaits to comb it again. And it's because when you put the treatment in, you were supposed to comb it through anyway. So hair should be 80% dry, so I took the towel off, and I came and sat down and watched some television with my fan on, just to kind of get it to dry a little faster. And when it was 80% dry, then, you kind of shake up the bottle that comes in this treatment, and you apply the smoothing treatment to your hair. So I did that in sections and plaited, applied the smoothing treatment, and then combed it through. I don't know if I used too much, whatever. Anyway, moving on, and I'll get to that later. You apply the treatment to 2-inch sections of towel-dried hair. Do not oversaturate. Do not apply directly to skin or scalp. And, of course, it came with gloves that you're supposed to wear with it. Comb treatment through hair to evenly distribute from the roots to the ends, and that's what I did. I combed it all the way through, and then I braided it back up, and you're supposed to, or I let the treatment sit on my hair for 30 minutes. Then after the 30 minutes is up, you blow dry your hair, and then after you blow dry it, you flat iron it. Now, when you flat iron it, you have to run the flat iron through it 7 to 10 times. I ran it through 7. I mean, 7 was already too many. But I guess it was to get it completely straight or to activate the treatment. I don't know what the purpose was, but I'll tell you that it took me 5 hours to do the whole process. From beginning to end, and what I mean from beginning is from the shampoo, not the deep conditioner the night before, because I do that whenever I have to. Whenever it's time to wash my hair, I deep condition it. But from shampoo to applying the product to blow drying it to flat ironing it took me 5.5 hours. That right there is enough to make me never do this again. I don't have 5 hours to dedicate to my hair, and if I did, I wouldn't. I hate that. Unless I was twisting it. And I think that's the only reason I would dedicate that much time is if I was twisting or plaiting my natural hair, because I love twists, and twist outs last longer. But blow drying it alone took me 2, and then flat ironing it took me about another 2 hours because you know running it through your hair so many times. So did that, and after that I wasn't completely happy with the way that it looked, and so did I wrap it that night? No, I didn't. No, I didn't wrap it because here, flat iron in a well-ventilated area, and yeah, you have to because the smoke and the whatever, all of that nonsense, yeah. Leave treatment in hair for 48 hours. Do not wash or let hair become wet. Do not bend hair, tuck hair behind ears, or use ponytails, barrettes, etc. If hair becomes bent, wavy, or kinky, blow dry with a brush or touch up with flat iron until hair is straight again. I wasn't about to do that after all of that. So I didn't tuck it behind my ears. I didn't use a barrette or a comb or anything. I put my satin cap on and went to bed. And then the next morning I took the satin cap off, and that's however it looked is however I went to work, and I was not happy with it. I didn't like it. I didn't like the way my hair felt. This keratin treatment, I think, honestly, is crap. And I have redone this particular part of the video. This is my 3rd time redoing it. The first time, completely bad attitude. I was so pissed at the way this turned out. I had nothing good to say about this product. The second video was a little better, but it still had nothing good to say about the product. This video, it's only because I toned down the attitude a little bit because it's not Organic's fault that I decided to go and buy their product and straighten my hair. It is their fault that they say it's totally addictive hair smoothing sensation, and that they also say one easy treatment lasts up to 30 days, because that is complete lies and garbage. It's not addictive, it's not hair smoothing, and it's not easy. But, you know, to each their own. I always have to take into consideration the thickness of my hair. Some ladies with really beautiful hair that's not as thick will probably be able to use this, and their hair will turn out absolutely gorgeous. This, on my head, this needs some serious love and tender care. And so I'll tell you, with the 48 hours, I wasn't looking forward to it because it says after 48 hours, wash and condition hair with a sulfate and sodium-free shampoo for best results, used in conjunction with Organic's Brazilian Keratin Therapy products. Okay, so after I read that, the whole 48 hours thing, I was like, absolutely hell to the no, am I going to do this all over again in 48 hours? But I'm one of those people that if I buy something or if I try something, I'm going to do what the directions say, because if I want to give it a proper review or whatever, then it's only fair that I follow the directions, because if I do my own thing, then I can't review it negatively or positively. So, I have the Brazilian Keratin Therapy shampoo and conditioner, And it was my first time using them because I was only going to use them with this. So they are all bought in conjunction with each other. And I really wasn't looking forward to it. I called my mom. I was like, Mom, I straightened my hair. She was like, oh, how'd it turn out? Yeah, I hate it. I won't ever do it again. It took me way too long. She was like, I remember. It's very thick. I'm so sorry, you know? So then she told me, well, I heard that there was, you know, a Dominican hairstylist here in Hinesville where she lives. And that's still an hour for me, but it's so much closer than when we drive. I mean, because when I used to want my hair straightened, we would just drive to Atlanta, which is about 4.5 hours. Well, 3.5 for me. But we would drive to Atlanta and go to the Dominican hair salon in Atlanta and get our hair done. And, I mean, I love the way they do hair. I know a lot of people complain about it, but I think that they take really good care of your hair, especially if you get the deep conditioning treatment. And sitting under the hair dryer before you blow dry it, that's a great idea because then you don't have so much to blow dry. Anyway, and that's what I didn't do. But I got excited when she told me that. I was like, oh, so that means in 48 hours I can just make an appointment to go get my hair done with her instead of having to do it all myself. You know, that's how I felt. And so it actually ended up being 3 days later instead of the 48 hours because she couldn't fit me in on the right at the 48 hours. But it doesn't matter because when she did it, she got done and I was like, oh my gosh, I feel my scalp. Now I can't feel my scalp anymore. It's thick now because it has had time to be out in the humidity. It's actually grown up. Like when I first got it done, it was much longer, you know, stretched, but I've had some shrinkage, and she cut it evenly for me, which I'm extremely excited about. I love that everything is just even. So now I've got the bob look going on, which is something different for the spring and summer. So I can't wait to wash the straight out and then twist my hair up because I think it's going to be a lot more fun to twist it up when it's all even, and you know the twist out is going to look better in my opinion. So all in all, I'm very happy with the way she did it. She has her own little salon set up in her house, and she does it exactly like if you were to go to the Dominican salon. And I took my shampoo and conditioner to her, and she used it for me instead of whatever she had there. And she saw that it was the keratin therapy, and she told me, I do keratin treatments. If next time you want a keratin treatment, tell me, and I'll do that for you. And when she was done, this spray comes with it. This flat iron spray. Whoops, sorry. But I never understood why they make a flat iron spray that has alcohol in the ingredients. And yes, I knew that was the case before I bought it. But I am so against spraying your hair after I've taken 2 hours to blow dry it. Why in the hell would I spray something wet on it before flat ironing it to revert it back? I mean, who does this? Who does this? Gods. So, she said the same thing. She was like, I'm not comfortable using that. And I told her, don't use it. You use whatever you have. So she had her own keratin spray that she sprayed in it before she blow dried it for me. But she sat me under the hairdryer, and it took about an hour and a half, I guess, to dry it completely through. And then she blow dried it. But blow drying took her, oh my God, all of like 10 minutes after it had already dried under the dryer. I was just sitting there like, you've got to be kidding me. It took me 2 hours to do what she's doing. She's amazing. So when she got done, like I said, I was like, hello, scalp. How are you? It's so good to feel you again. And then she used her flat iron to finish the job. And she told me, just wrap it. But the hour or the couple of hours, because then my mom and I went out to eat, and then, I came back home. And the couple of hours between leaving her house and the hairdresser's house and coming back to my house, my hair had already reverted, like you'll see here in a second, where I was showing you that right underneath here, I guess, I don't know if it was sweat or water from when we went to the restaurant. Maybe a little water had dripped on my hair. I don't even know how, but it was already like reverted back to curly. I was so frustrated. So I had to run the flat iron through it. And And I said, well, this time I'm just going to wrap it, because she told me you wrap it every night and then it'll stay longer. It's so you don't have to keep flat ironing it. So, and that does work. But for me, I have to take the flat iron and curl my hair, like curls like this all over my head, just little tiny curls. So it's really short. It kind of looks like an old lady do. And yeah, when I flat iron it and curl it that tightly, I do kind of look like an old lady. But it works because all I have to do is wrap it, around my head and put my satin cap on. And then the next day, what I'll do is I'll throw a hat on, one of my little caps, and I'll go to work. And then I'll get there early enough to like go into the bathroom and take the wrap down, because it's so humid outside that between my house to my job, my hair would have just already reverted. So, and I mean, who has time to like worry about all this stuff with hair? That's why I went natural, so I don't have to worry about running from humidity. But no, I wanted to wait until spring, summer to straighten my hair instead of doing it in the, when it was cold and less humid outside. So that's my fault. This product isn't my fault. When I chose to do it is my fault. So maybe it would have turned out better. But here again, I will never, ever, ever use or buy this product again, and I don't recommend it. I recommend that if you want to get your hair straightened, if you can do it yourself, if you are good at using a blow dryer, I'm not. I'm good with a flat iron, but I'm not good with a blow dryer, and I cannot roll my hair. I suck at it. I can do anybody else's hair, but doing my own hair is a complete different story. I am a master at twists. I can do braids. I can do cornrows, all of that. But straight hair, I'm clueless. I don't even know how to do that. So, and that's fine. I recommend that if you want to get your hair straightened, you find a Dominican hairdresser and they will hook it up for you, or do it yourself. But don't invest in this because it doesn't feel any different or any better than if you just straighten your hair without the keratin treatment. And that's my honest opinion. I think I wasted money with this product, and I can't even remember how much it was. I got it in Walgreens or Rite Aid. Those are the only two places that we have here. So however much it was in one of those places, that's how much I paid for it. And it wasn't on sale or anything like that, but I thought because it was 30-day smoothing treatment. And I doubt that this will last for 30 days. I don't know that I'd keep it in, but it's cool. It's all good. Hair is all a learning experience, and as long as, you don't damage it terribly along the way, then I think it's good to learn different things and use different products to try them out and see how your hair reacts to them. If your hair doesn't like it, wash it out and just do something else. But it's just hair in the end, and I always have to tell myself that. Calm down, don't stress out. It's just hair. When push comes to shove, I can do a cute little pin-up, put it up in a bun, and it's perfect that way too. So if you've had a good experience with this and you did something different, or maybe you think that there's some advice that if I want to use this next time, maybe I should follow a different strategy, then comment and let me know. I'll be happy to hear that. Or even send a picture or video if you've used it and you had better results than I did. But I can say that this anti-breakage serum that I bought to go along with it is an absolutely wonderful product. I think that if I were to straighten my hair again, I would buy this anyway. And it doesn't come in this packet. It's all separate. But I would buy this anyway to use with a flat iron because my hair doesn't burn or smoke or smell at all when I use that. When I smooth it through my hair before I flat iron it. It's completely awesome. And it wraps better too, I found, when I use the serum. Serums are a far better investment than sprays. Just don't do this. And it says flat iron spray, but maybe you could spray this in damp hair and blow dry. Maybe you could use it as like a protectant for a blow dryer. But as for flat ironing it, If it has alcohol in it, don't spray it in your hair before you put heat. That's just the general rule. So that's my review on the Everstraight Brazilian Keratin Therapy 30-Day Smoothing Treatment by Organics. Don't buy it. Sucks. Terrible. Go and invest in a real keratin treatment from a hairdresser if that's something that you want to do for your hair. If it's something that you're interested in. I'm not going to bash whatever you want to do. If you want to straighten your hair, I think that we're all individuals and we should do whatever we want with our natural hair. As long as we're not damaging it. And find a Dominican hairdresser or any hairdresser that is going to be able to straighten your hair if you want to straighten it, because it's probably better than doing it yourself, especially once your natural hair gets to a certain length. Unless you're a hairdresser or you're just good at using a blow dryer. I've seen some ladies who are just, they make it look so easy on YouTube, and I'm like, oh, I could do that. And then I try to do it, and I'm like, oh, I can't do that. Let me just go find somebody to do it. So that's my experience with it. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. Here in the next couple of, I'll show you like the routine, like real fast. I'll try not to make it an extra long video, but I'll show you kind of like what I did and some pictures of like the after, of, you know, like how the results is what I'm trying to say, the word that I'm trying to use. I'm tired, I'm going to bed. But the results of like the different stages. This is after the Dominican blowout and 2 days later. And I've wrapped it myself. I'm going to wrap it here again in just a second and tie it down for bed. And you'll see how it looked when I did it myself, which I didn't like the way this feels so smooth and soft. This smoothing treatment made my hair feel hard and coarse. And that's completely a different feeling that I was used to without the treatment. Like when I straightened my hair before, now keep in mind I've been natural for 7 years. I just big chopped 3 times. So every time I big chop and my hair gets to a certain length and I straighten it to either trim it or because I want to see the length or just because I want it straightened, I've done it myself and it has turned out like this. Or I've gone to the Dominican salon and let them do it and it's turned out like this. This gave my hair a completely different feel, and it was this lady on the front. She probably didn't need to use a keratin treatment in the first place because she's white. Try putting a person, like a black woman with real natural hair on the covers of your products. If you want to sell a product, put a real woman. And I'm not trying to say she's not a real woman. I'm not being racist at all. But white women, God, it's so much easier for them to do their hair, and they continue to put them on products to show me how my hair is going to look if I use your product. And I didn't buy it because of her picture on it. I bought it because it said keratin therapy 30-day smoothing treatment. 30-day smoothing treatment. That's why I bought it. But she doesn't need a keratin therapy 30-day smoothing treatment. All she has to do is blow dry her hair for 15 minutes and she's got smooth hair. I mean, I'm just saying, unless she's mixed with something. Anyway, so I say all that to say, don't buy products with, you know, if you're not on the cover, or if the person on the cover doesn't look like you, maybe you shouldn't buy a product. Then again, our products don't always work for our hair. So it's kind of like a trial and error type thing, I guess, and that was just my small, unnecessary vent. I don't want to be a hypocrite. But, yeah, this gets 2 thumbs down. The Dominican hairdresser, she gets 5 thumbs up. And my hair, the way it feels now, gets 3 thumbs up because I actually can't wait to wash it out and twist my hair up because I really love twists. Other than that, I've lost a bunch of inches. I have increased my weight workout, my weight training, and I love that. So I can see like muscles in my arm. Not completely ready to show yet, but you can see the little cut right there. And especially in the back, you can see like the cut there. And that's exciting. My middle is slimming down a whole lot. And it's because I'm eating cleaner, eating more meals a day, but more healthier meals a day. Like my snacks are Greek yogurt, granola with some banana, pre-workout snack, and a lot less of the white stuff like white wheat, white bread, white pasta, and more of the good carbohydrates. It's good to know your body type as far as, are you a protein type, are you a carb type, stuff like that. I'll probably do a video with a little more of that kind of information because I'm a health nut and I believe that being healthy is far superior to being skinny, but that your body is going to drop weight if you're eating the way that you should. And working out is very important, but I think that 70% of losing weight and being healthy actually comes from being, doing what you're supposed to do in the kitchen. that is so far from the Brazilian keratin therapy treatment, but just a quick little update on what I've been up to. And I'll come back and probably have just a small discussion on that. But before this video turns into like a 2-day video, I'm just going to show you the process, and I'm going to go to bed, and I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching, and comment, subscribe, check me out, keep in touch. Bye.